at more than $5 billion. Bit of irony with Brady's potential involvement with the team. Raiders fans are steadfast in their belief that Brady and his New England Patriots cheated the team out of a playoff win in the infamous Tuck Rule game in 2002.
That looks like video from 1962. That's 2002? Wow.
All right, straight ahead. Burglars hit several businesses in the Santa Clarita Valley.
The thieves leaving behind a trail of smashed windows were live with new surveillance video.
And they're one of the most popular street foods, but how much would you pay for a hot dog? The price of a gourmet dog at a New York City restaurant.
And ahead of Mother's Day this Sunday, tomorrow, National Dog Moms Day, we have some gift ideas to shower your fur babies.
You know we connect more than just a sex, but are you gonna let me in? I could set your world on fire, but you're holding the lighter. Instead you're putting out a flame. I could give you it all, in a minute could fall.
If I just stare at these payroll forms, my business payroll taxes will calculate themselves, right? Nope.
Intuit QuickBooks helps you manage your payroll taxes.
Cheers.
With 100% accurate tax calculations guaranteed.
Whether you've been hurt in a car, motorcycle, or trucking accident, what you do next matters. Call the firm awarded Best Attorneys in America. Call Sweet James.
Hi, I use Febreze Fade Defy Plug.
And I use this.
Febreze has a microchip to control scent release, so it smells first day fresh for 50 days.
50 days?
And its refill reminder light means I'll never miss a day of freshness. Febreze Plug.
I used to pre-rinse dishes because my old detergent didn't actually get them clean. But new Cascade Platinum Plus has me doing dishes differently.
With double the Dawn grease fighting power and double the scrubbing power, so you can load this and get this. New Cascade Platinum Plus. Dare to dish different.
Innerspring memory foam, hybrids, adjustables, Jerome's has them all.
Shop now during our pre-Memorial Day mattress event. You'll not only get Jerry's price, the guaranteed low price.
We'll also pay your sales tax on select purchases.
Plus, with no down payment, get 36-month no-interest financing.
Our Emerald Hybrid mattress, Jerry's price at $798 is a really good deal. Add the free head and foot adjustable base with wireless remote.
And it's an incredible deal.
Pre-Memorial Day mattress savings are on at Jerome's.
Big tobacco cigarette butts filter practically nothing and are made of microplastic fibers that are toxic and cunning. They may seep into water and food and air too. And the smaller microplastics get, the more damage they do. Could they end up in you, your bodies, their prey? New studies indicate possible links to mutations in DNA. An evil lie with the future's worth of harm. To the world, now you know, so sound the alarm. Learn more at undo.org.
Welcome to Wiener Schnitzel.
I heard you have new mac and cheese.
It comes in classic, and to make it even more amazing, it's topped with our world-famous chili and cheddar.
It does look heavenly.
Do you guys have to do this every time?
Try the heavenly new mac and cheese at Wiener Schnitzel.
Whether you've been hurt in a car, motorcycle, or trucking accident, what you do next matters. Call the firm awarded Best Attorneys in America. Call Sweet James.
Monday, Emilio Estevez joins us live to talk about his film, The Way, Monday at 10 a.m. on the KTLA 5 Morning News.
Now at 11, 3 arrests were announced in what authorities call ambush-style murders of 3 women in Beverly Crest back in January.
Several businesses are broken into in the Santa Clarita Valley. We are live with surveillance video of the suspects.
Plus, it is the last-minute rush to buy mom flowers ahead of Mother's Day, and Kai is here with your 5 Live weekend forecast.
Yes, indeed. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. We're starting to see that marine layer. It's burning off earlier today. That means warm temperatures on the way for Mother's Day Sunday. That forecast and much more coming right up.
Good morning and welcome to the KTLA 5 Morning News at 11 a.m. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. The LAPD has announced arrest in a shooting earlier this year that killed 3 women.
They were gunned down while sitting in a car outside of a rented home. The 3 suspects are identified as Dejon Tompkins, Dante Williams, and Derry Stanford. All are in their 20s and are from Chicago. They were arrested in the Chicago area and one in New York. They're awaiting extradition here to Los Angeles. Investigators say the victims, Ayanna Hutton, Nina Davis, and Destiny Sims, have ties to Chicago, but they say that the women were not the intended targets. The LA County DA's office says in addition to murder and attempted murder charges, it will file special circumstances and gun enhancement charges against the three because of the nature of the crime.
In both of these cases, the suspects used ambush-style tactics on their unsuspecting victims. Planning and coordination was utilized to carry out these murderous attacks.
During their investigation into the triple shooting, detectives connected the suspects to another murder in North Hollywood back in December. In that case, 30-year-old Julian Bynum was shot and killed on a street. The motive is still unknown.
The pandemic-era immigration policy known as Title 42 has officially expired.
Now thousands of migrants at the southern border are hoping to enter the U.S. to seek asylum. KTLA 5's Chip Yost is live near San Ysidro with a look at what is happening there. Chip.
Yeah, hey there, Glenn and Lou. We are at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. This is a footbridge that leads to the San Ysidro Port of Entry where you can enter Mexico on foot. So some of the people going this way may be heading into Mexico. Some of the people coming this way may have just come in from Mexico. We actually just walked over onto the Mexican side a little bit ago to see how things were going. Here's some video we just shot about 10-15 minutes ago. This is the area. It looked like everything was running smoothly here at the San Ysidro Port of Entry, and that's kind of the word we've gotten from people we've talked to at the port and also some of the officials there, that everything seems to be normal. Right after Title 42 went into effect last night, there's some night video you're going to see here. There were cameras outside there. It seemed like there was no big crowd. There was one woman you may have seen in your video there who showed up with a baby from Guatemala. She tried to get an appointment with an asylum officer but was turned away. And because there was no big crowd, it appears the message they were trying to send out to people not to just show up at a port of entry and expect to get an appointment with an asylum officer. It appears that message got through. They did have some officers out there in riot gear just in case things got crazy, but nothing got to that level. We talked to an American professional basketball player who actually plays professional basketball in Tijuana, lives in Tijuana, but comes back and forth across the border here regularly. To him, he said, seemed like a normal day.
Honestly, I didn't notice a big change. It was a little slow for a moment, but other than that, it's pretty smooth coming through.
Is that what you're expecting today?
Honestly, no, I didn't. I was prepared to wait for a little while, so it was actually good that I got over pretty quick.
Now, President Biden's immigration policy has taken a hit, though. Overnight, last night, a federal judge in Florida took issue with one of the Border Patrol orders sent out by a Border Patrol chief instructing Border Patrol officers to enact a policy that's been in place before, but it's a parole policy, very controversial, where if they're overcrowded at a Border Patrol facility, they will release migrants into the country without any court dates. Let's read from some of the judge's order right here. The judge in the case said, putting aside the fact that even President Biden recently acknowledged that the border has been in chaos for a number of years, defendants' doomsday rhetoric rings hollow because this problem is largely one of the defendants' own making through the adoption and implementation of policies that have encouraged the so-called irregular migration that